my internship with hand over the winter semester of 2026. A little bit about me. So I would always describe myself as a passionate visionary. And I always been passionate about education from early on all the way to higher ed and adult learning, child advocacy, and human rights. I made the natural transition into searching into things with housing as well as healthcare rights and policies. Native Detroiter, I'm currently studying macro level policy, both locally and nationally. And this internship, I felt like really like laid the platform for my interests. So here's the semester timeline. I would like to say my personal professional goals when I first started with hand was to get the feel of what the nonprofit workflow consisted of, the COC level work, but also data analyzation, how data is, you know, interpreted, but also how it's collected. So you can see a little bit over my time. I did a lot of onboardings, a lot of training, a lot of meeting attendance, a lot of notes, a lot of research within homelessness and the CLC, specifically with Michigan, social media updates. And as the semester wraps, I did a lot with, more note taking, HMIS training, newsletter supplements, things of that nature. So, okay, so task over to semester. So, some of my top three things here, I would say, was researching into the city of Detroit's Housing and Revitalization Department. That was an interesting discovery for me because it showed me the particulars of how the city addresses homeless stabilization. So, homelessness, their new first time home buyers programs, Section 8, and household group really gave me some insight into like how the city of Detroit addresses things of housing. When it comes to social media and the newsletter bill, I spent a lot of time doing skills development across the platforms, but also strengthening my language for it can be, universal and contributing to, different layouts and graphics to different posts, which I didn't do like too previously when it would come to graphics, so it gave me a learning experience also with the data analyzation, where unfortunately this year I wasn't able to be a part of the unsheltered bid count. I still took on like the necessary trainings and saw from a spectrum of how that worked and how that really expounded upon within the city of Detroit and how it was, and how it is, collected to contribute to national data. I think one of my most memorable moments was being on, well, note taking for the panel of F&P committee support. So with that particular division, I, attended meetings, took notes, and made me feel like I was a part of the team, but also provided some more insight into, again, one of my main goals with the COC system level work and research on how the committees are orchestrated within the COC. So it, gave me a lot of base and understanding and knowledge. The advanced project was applying for certification for the HMIS. So once taking training initially, it showed me how like to build upon a skill, but also expand my knowledge and skill set. So I would say this was my most advanced project, and I was able to, work with different people outside the CLC, so with the HMIS. Total hours completed was 341 this semester. My career interests, I would say this internship overall really helped me sharpen some of my career goals. I'm still driven to make an impact in not just the landscape of homelessness because it's ever changing, but I want to make an impact in the community in general and at large when it comes to housing. And I'm still working on what the definition of that is, but I want to stay engaged with hand in different CLC networks, whether it's board meeting, whether it's the unsheltered pink cow, continue my scholarship on micro level policies, social policies, doing more data research, and possibly I don't even join the board of a COC in the near future. I really want to, expand my community network and knowledge for for the greater good of, the Detroit area. I updated my resume. Currently, I'm studying, again, studying for my master's in social work. I already received a master's in educational leadership and bachelor's in psychology and African American studies. I have a part-time job in Wayne, which focuses on, project coordination for the undergraduate program. Also, I've helped over the last 3 or 4 years with the MI Elite program established by Graduate Whitmer with the grant revisions, mostly for, after school and summer programming. I'm on an advisory board for a local business that focuses on culture and entrepreneurship. And then I was able to work with hand this semester, which was really good. So it showed me so many things, and I was able to build skill. I feel, it had, it really showed me the how to expand my knowledge, but also expand my skill set in general. So I feel like my internship was hands-on again, even though it was mostly online administrative role. My internship really did show me how, again, many municipalities work in homelessness, housing policies. It was a lot of moving parts, a lot of things going on with HUD nationally that, came, and I saw how that impacted the local COC. I was able to define housing as a human rights issue, not just a housing issue, or even just, people issues, because it's a system failure. And I also was able to see how the agency is able to foster relationships across the city and, in alignment with their mission. And I really want to thank everybody who, contributed to, hand this semester, because it was a really busy semester and I really enjoyed myself. I learned a lot, and it'll be a lot that I'll take on in my professional career. I hope to advance and I hope to stay connected.